How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. Hey there, welcome back to the Mindshift Mavericks, where we explore the world of books, ideas, and inspiration. Today, I'm super excited to talk about a classic that has transformed millions of lives over 80 years. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You might be thinking, wow, what a cheesy title, but hear me out. This book is not about manipulation or trickery. It's about the art and science of human relationships. It's about learning how to communicate effectively, empathize deeply, and inspire others to be their best selves. Whether you're a student, a professional, an entrepreneur, or just a human being trying to navigate this complex world, this book has something valuable to offer. From simple yet powerful techniques to handle people, to advanced strategies to influence outcomes, How to Win Friends and Influence People is a treasure trove of insights and examples that can help you become a better communicator, leader, and friend. So sit back, relax, and dive into How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Part 1, Fundamentals of Handling People. This lays the foundation for building successful relationships with others. Carnegie's insights and advice are based on a simple yet powerful principle: treat others how you want to be treated. So here are some of the most important takeaways from Part 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. People rarely respond positively to criticism, condemnation, or complaining. Instead, try to understand and approach their perspective with empathy and respect. By doing this, rather than the person feeling attacked in conversation, they instead feel as though you were trying to get their side of the story, allowing themselves to explain things thoroughly. Carnegie recounts when he wrote for a local newspaper and published an article with a factual error. The mistake caused embarrassment and frustration for the person mentioned in the report. Carnegie shares that he was called into the editor's office, expecting to be reprimanded or fired for this error. However, to his surprise, the editor handled the situation differently. Instead of criticizing or belittling him harshly, the editor took a different approach. He pointed out the error and asked Carnegie how he could avoid making similar mistakes in the future. The editor's attitude and approach left a lasting impact on Carnegie. He realized that by indirectly focusing on people's mistakes and guiding them to find solutions, he could inspire growth and improvement without causing offense or resentment. Give honest and sincere appreciation. People crave recognition and validation. By giving honest and heartfelt gratitude, you can create a positive atmosphere and build rapport with others. And this means people will be more likely to come to you in the future rather than somebody else they don't feel cares. Arouse in the other person an eager want. The most successful people know how to tap into the desires and motivations of others. By understanding what others want and need, you can inspire and influence them to take action. I hope this summary of Part 1 of How to Win Friends and Influence People has been helpful, and I look forward to sharing more from this book in the rest of this video. Stay tuned to keep learning more. Part 2, 6 Ways to Get People to Like You. So now that you're treating people the way you'd like to be treated, let's look at 6 ways Carnegie suggests to get people to like you. Become genuinely interested in other people. This means showing genuine curiosity and appreciation for others, asking them questions about themselves, and listening attentively to their answers. As Carnegie puts it, you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Smile. A smile is a universal language of goodwill and positivity. It makes you appear more approachable, likable, and trustworthy. As Carnegie notes, actions speak louder than words, and a smile says, "I like you. You make me happy. I'm glad to see you." Remember people's names. This is a simple yet powerful way to show respect and interest in others. When you remember someone's name, you make them feel valued and important. As Carnegie advises, the average person is more interested in their name than in all the other names on earth. Here's a way I suggest you try remembering names better. When you meet someone new, make a conscious effort to pay attention to their name. Repeat it to them to confirm you heard it correctly, and use it in conversation to help reinforce the word in your memory. You can also try and create an association between the person and something, for example, what they do for work. This should help in allowing you to remember people's names more easily. Carnegie shares the story of Arthur Nash, a successful businessman. Nash had a reputation for remembering people's names and making them feel important. He believed that using someone's name was a fundamental way to make a connection and show respect. His ability to recall names and make people feel valued earned him loyalty and countless business opportunities. This underlines the importance of using people's names to build rapport and demonstrate genuine interest. It highlights how a simple act like remembering names can profoundly impact personal and professional relationships. Be a good listener. Listening is an art that requires attention, empathy, and humility. When you listen to others without interrupting or judging them, you create a safe and supportive space for them to express themselves. As Carnegie says, the best way to be heard is to listen. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. This means putting yourself in the other person's shoes and speaking their language. Focusing on their needs, desires, and goals creates a connection based on mutual understanding and respect. As Carnegie advises, you can make more friends in a month by being interested in them than in 10 years by trying to get them interested in you. Make the other person feel important. This is the ultimate key to winning friends and influencing people. You tap into their profound human needs and desires when you make others feel valued and appreciated. As Carnegie reminds us, the desire to be important is the deepest urge in human nature. To put this chapter into practice, Carnegie tells us about a time when he was invited to a dinner party where he knew no one. Feeling nervous and out of place, he applied the principles he had been teaching. He genuinely tried to be interested in others, asked them questions about themselves, and listened attentively to their responses. He found that as he engaged in meaningful conversations and showed genuine curiosity about others, people started to warm up to him and enjoy his company. By the end of the evening, Carnegie had made numerous friends and left a positive impression. Carnegie's personal story serves as a reminder that we can all improve our social skills and make a positive impression on others. By showing genuine interest and making others feel important, we can cultivate stronger relationships and become more likable individuals in personal and professional settings. So there are 6 simple but powerful ways to make people like you, as outlined in Part 2 of How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Remember, these techniques require practice and patience, but can profoundly transform your personal and professional relationships. I encourage you to try them out and see for yourself. Part 3, How to Win People to Your Way of Thinking. We are excited to delve into Part 3 of Dale Carnegie's classic book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This section focuses on persuasion and how to win people over to your thinking. Here are some key takeaways from this section. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Arguments rarely lead to productive outcomes as they can quickly become personal or off-topic. Instead, seek to understand the other person's perspective and find common ground. This way, effective communication can occur and is a much more productive way to converse. Respect the other person's opinions, even if you disagree. Respecting their views is essential. This can help build trust and create a more positive atmosphere for discussion. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Nobody is perfect, and admitting your mistakes can increase your credibility and respect in the eyes of others, which can also build up trust in you from other people as they feel you are not scared to admit when you're wrong. One fun fact about this section is that it includes a quote from Abraham Lincoln, known for his exceptional communication and persuasion skills. Lincoln once said, "If you would win a man to your cause, first convince him that you are his sincere friend." One of the most interesting anecdotes from this book section is about the legendary advertiser Bruce Barton, who persuaded millions of people to buy products they didn't need. According to Carnegie, Barton's secret was that he always focused on the customer's desires and needs rather than the product itself. In my own experience, applying these principles can help improve communication and relationships with others. We can create a more positive and collaborative environment by listening, showing respect, and focusing on the other person's perspective. I trust that by now you're possibly changing how you think about dealing with other people. Keep practicing what you've learned so far. You'll surely see the difference soon. Keep watching this video where we're about to dive into Part 4, and after this, you'll be a leader in your own life. Part 4, Be a Leader, how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. In this section, Carnegie focuses on the importance of influencing others in a way that is respectful and effective. He emphasizes that being a leader is not about commanding or controlling others, but rather about inspiring and guiding them to achieve their potential by being somebody they respect, trust, and can learn from. This way, people don't feel forced to listen or engage with you, but instead want to, as they think they can learn from you and be inspired by you. Carnegie emphasizes that individual leaders do not try to control or command others, but instead inspire and guide them to achieve their potential. To do this, he suggests several fundamental principles. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. This creates a positive atmosphere and builds rapport with others. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. People are more likely to accept constructive criticism if it is delivered tactfully and respectfully. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing others. This shows humility and creates an atmosphere of empathy and understanding. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. This allows people to feel like they have come up with ideas and increases their sense of ownership and responsibility. Let the other person save face. When people feel criticized or attacked, they will likely become defensive and resistant to change. You can build trust and create a more positive environment by finding a way to let them save face. Dale Carnegie shares the inspiring anecdote of Edward L. Chalif. Chalif faced a failing business, but successfully turned it around by inspiring his employees to work together towards a common goal. Rather than resorting to a dictatorial approach, Chalif understood the importance of engaging and motivating his team members. He fostered a sense of ownership and responsibility by openly discussing the company's challenges and encouraging employees to share their thoughts and ideas. Chalif rallied his employees around a collective vision by creating an environment of collaboration and teamwork. He emphasized their contributions and inspired them to take pride in their work. This approach led to a revitalized business as employees felt valued and motivated to go above and beyond. Thanks, everyone, for tuning into today's video. We hope what you've seen and watched has changed your perspectives on dealing with other people. By using the advice from Carnegie, you'll be able to get more people in your life to view you as a leader and allow people you're meeting for the first time to view you as somebody worth being around. And the great thing about Carnegie's methods is they'll never even know. So let us know in the comments how this goes for you. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to see more videos that can transform your life, and click the notification button to be updated with new content. See you in the following video.